light years. We're talking Warriors. We're talking the worst record in the NBA, Warriors.
Yeah, we are.
All right, let's start here. Let's start with the last game. They played yesterday against the Utah Jazz. They came back. I'm gonna be honest, man. I fell asleep the first quarter, woke back up, watched the rest of the game. I was like, it's a pretty good game, pretty enjoyable considering they lost by about 86 points the game before.
Right. Yeah. No, I was actually flying yesterday, so when I landed, I was able to catch the end of the game. And it was another beautiful tank loss. They give you hope. They give you that feeling, right? Like, as much as we want them to lose now, that feeling of when they're close, you're like, I kind of want them to win again. Like, we're not animals. We're not complete psychopaths. So, but it was nice for them to, keep the tank going and eventually lost the game. So it was a really, really solid tank game. And like those 50-point blowouts, like that's not for me. I'm not all about that. So
I maybe watched I'm going to be honest. I maybe watched like a half of that one. Like I couldn't do the whole game, but I will say you're talking about like, your feelings watching the game, especially when they're going down the wire. Like there are moments where it's like, okay, they're catching up. And I do want them to win. Like, I'm rooting for them to win. I mean, being Warriors fan. And it's like, and then you see Alec Burks, make two pretty boneheaded decisions down the way. And he misses two layups. And you're frustrated because, like, that's normal human instinct to be frustrated. So I think that's a good thing. I think I would be pretty psyched out if I were just like, ooh, Alex Burks just made a bad play. I'm rooting for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think it's kind of weird if you're just like outwardly rooting for like, oh, I hope he screws up here. It feels kind of disingenuous as a fan.
We save those feelings for all of NBA Twitter. there's enough of that going around that we should still stick to our roots and hope the Warriors, do well. But if they lose in what's a lost season essentially, so be it. It's light years, baby.
Yeah, no, no, they look good. I think yesterday the big one I like was Omari Spellman looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I think his is like classic. I lost a bunch of weight, so now I'm also in shape. So my shot feels good now, and he's in rhythm, and he can play the basketball that he's used to playing. Rather than when you're out of shape, you're really just worried about moving up and down the court, rather than actually being able to play basketball. So I thought that was a good piece with Spellman, and then with Kai Bowman, I think is a big one because they messed up on Kendrick Nunn. They had him last season.
Yeah.
He looks like a starter for the Miami Heat in the NBA. Miami Heat was 11-2, by the way, which is 11-3, which is insane.
For some reason, I get app or alerts on my Bleacher Report app for the Miami Heat. I think I have to reconfigure my app or something, but it just shows me every time they win, and Nunn is just putting up numbers, and it's just like, I get it. Like at the time that he was on the team, like there was just no place for him. But man, it's just a bummer that he could have just kind of been in the mix, right? So It kind of is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's good to see Bowman kind of be that next guy up because if last season's Warriors were this season's Warriors, Nunn would be in the exact same position, two-way player. Kind of probably would be in the G League if they had a healthy team, but he's kind of just thrown out there and hey, figure it out. And Bowman looks good. He's good defensively. The numbers prove pretty good for him. He always seems to make like one big splash play a game.
Yep.
So I mean, it's something where he might be on the team next season. He might be converted to a full-time player once they get the salary cap fixed up.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, he plays hard, man. Like I know that's kind of like it's a cliche thing to say in what is a lost season, but he does. Like he could easily just kind of mail it in, go full like G League mode, and just play outside of Kerr's system, just kind of go rogue. But he plays within the system. I mean, he generally tries to just make winning plays. It's kind of refreshing to see, right? Obviously, they're not going to win many games with him because he's not clearly capable of being that alpha male, that guy to help them win a lot of games. But I still love the fight, even if it's not enough most nights this year.
Yeah. No, he's good. I like him. And then you've got kind of going down the line. Your thoughts on Jordan Poole?
Oh, my God, man. So, like, for shits and giggles, I looked up his numbers, right? And like on the surface, you're like, man, he's not playing very well. But then when you look at the numbers, it's even worse. Like,
oh boy,
my guy is shooting from the field, not from 3-point, just from the field in general, 27% from the field, 27% from three. It actually goes down in the field. Like man, I get it. Like he should still be pulling. He should still launch because he needs to get shots up. But it's that initial feeling of, man, that's a reach during the draft that kind of floated around over him. It's kind of coming back, and I don't like it. But
Yeah.
I think he definitely needs to go down to the G League and just get. I think it's just a confidence thing at this point. Like the dude can clearly play, but if you don't have confidence in the NBA, like you're cooked. Like it's over.
He lost his confidence the last few weeks. I think in the beginning, the first, maybe 5, 6, 7 games, he still had it, even though he wasn't playing well, and he was still there. And then somewhere along the lines, I think once they got on that last road trip, you could see that he was trying to make plays for other players. When it's like, man, what are you doing? Like that's not you. Like. They kind of function more like a Klay Thompson. Like Klay Thompson can sometimes make plays for other players, but that's never his first instinct. And that should be the way that Jordan Poole should be playing. And it's tough right now. I will say, like, the pressure, there's not that much pressure on him. I don't think it's like, ooh, he's a top 10 pick, so he's going to have to pan out. It's like, well, he was drafted super late. And, most people said he was a reach. Some people were saying he could have been undrafted even. So it's one of those things. Yeah, I think you have to send him to the G League. There's just he's not gonna, if he's not able to succeed, at least even at a mediocre level right now in the NBA, there's no way he's just gonna come out there and all of a sudden start hitting threes and playing well.